Broken news. It's time for another Messy Desk News update, where we are always a day late, a dollar short, the coffee is always full, and we're always more concerned about the king than the president. And now, your host, Kyle Hooks. Welcome back, day 2 of Messy Desk News. The desk it's not terrible today, but it's still pretty messy. And we have coffee. And we're going to talk about Fridays. I've decided we're going to do entertainment stuff and arts stuff, because I was listening to the news this morning and so much news is about Donald Trump. Don't we have anything other to talk about than Donald Trump? But apparently not. But we really do. And I want to talk. A music video came out this week. Childish Gambino released "This Is America." The music video has been all over the internet. I would be super surprised if you saw this video, because everybody else is talking about it. So I wanted to give a thought about what I think Childish Gambino was saying. By the way, love Donald Glover, loved him in Community, love his personality, his demeanor, and he's played it kind of close to the chest. He told an interviewer, he said, "Well, I just wanted to make a song for 4th of July, and." If you've seen the video, link is below. Highly recommend you do that. I really liked the song, not because not because I like the themes of the song personally, but I found it an aesthetically compelling expression of truth. And what's funny is everybody's wondering, especially with the video, everybody's trying to figure, what does it mean? What does it mean? Well, isn't that what we're trying to do with America right now anyways? What does it mean? And I think the song really ought to be considered in light of the video. I think there were some things that struck me, and I've watched it several times like everybody else has, and some things that struck me about it were, one, that it was vague. Like, there were a couple of instances of really clear violence, but most of it is like this vague, unsettling feeling, which is kind of what America is right now. And then you've got some clear instances of violence that everybody can point to and say, well, that's wrong, that's bad. But then everything else is like, something else is wrong, but I don't really know what it is. There's an overtone of historical racism, but nothing actually explicitly racist happens. Well, isn't that America right now? Like there's all kinds of people saying racist. Well, where's the racist? I love what Ben Shapiro says about it. Point at the racist. Let's go fight him together. But there's this kind of this vague, vague bad feeling about it. And that's America right now. It's confusing. There's 1,000 different things going on. That's America right now. We're all paying attention to the wrong things in America, just like you're watching the kids dancing instead of all the craziness going on around. And I would just bet that Donald Glover is brilliant enough to create art that makes you ask that question on purpose. What is this about? That's what America is. What are we about as a country? We don't have I've got like Democrats and Republicans, and then weird people who hate the whole system. But we don't have like a national identity. Nobody looks at, the person that disagrees with it and says, hey, we are both Americans. And that's what matters most. You don't find that a lot. So I have my own theories about where that comes from. And so I think This Is America is not really, is really just the expression of a problem. That we're untethered, we're unfocused, and it's terrifying. That's the end of the video there, is by all metrics, if you examine where we are as a nation historically and compare it to other world powers historically, by all metrics, we are a civilization in decline, and that's terrifying. So that brings me to 2 books to read. Every day we talk about a book you ought to read that is kind of related to the topic. One is the book of Ecclesiastes, and we'll get into that here in a second, out of the Bible. But the other book is actually The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant, because he does a great job of tracing all of Western thought, from the Greeks to the postmoderns, and he stops at a certain point because that's when the book was written. But you get a really great idea of how we got to where we are, how we got to be so untethered. G.K. Chesterton said that, and this was a while ago. He said that we're a culture that's firmly rooted in thin air now. And I'm not one of these people that's going to run around saying, "Oh, this is a Christian nation. We were founded." That's debatable. What's not debatable, though, is that righteousness exalts a nation, and that sin is a reproach to any people. That our culture, whether it ever did or not, is irrelevant. Our culture today does not acknowledge God as God. That we do not acknowledge biblical norms of behavior in any context as a culture. Not in the home, not in the bedroom, not in government, not anywhere. And that is a reproach, and that leaves people, that leaves a society untethered. It leaves a society unfocused. It leads a society to be, the cut where I don't know whether to call him Donald Glover or Childish Gambino, but where he's standing on the car, surrounded by the old cars, smoking a joint, like you've got all these problems, and we're worried about the stuff we've got, even though it's not that great, and feeling good, smoking a joint, and or drinking coffee. And it shouldn't surprise you, but I said read the book of Ecclesiastes because I really feel like Childish Gambino was expressing just the first several chapters of Ecclesiastes. It begins with vanity. Everything is vanity. Everything you could do under the sun is worthless, is meaningless. There's nothing to it, and you might find some pleasure along the way, but in the end, it goes away, and it's meaningless, and it doesn't get you anything. Without being a culture that at the very least agrees with God's morality on some very basic things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America. It's Friday, so catch me back on Monday. We'll have a longer video, starting a series Monday on mental health. But you can watch my last thing on rest. It's kind of the beginning of that. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. No, Monday. We'll see you Monday.
Messy Desk News is a publication of Looking Up From Below. Find Looking Up online at lookingupfrombelow.com or on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Links are in the description. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This has been a broken news update from Messy Desk News.